everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well, I hope you're having a nice day. I want to thank my old subscribers, my new subscribers and my recent subscribers coming to my channel. I can't thank you enough, I love you lots. But if you come across any of my content, I mean any, it's a mixed bags of bags here on this channel. There is a wee green subscribe button below. If you press that, you'll get all my content coming to you whenever I upload. You know, I do shorts, I've got honest conversations. There is a mixed bags of baggios here. And also, if you press that wee green subscribe button below, there's a beautiful community tab where I interact with you all and say hello and give you updates and things. So yeah, that's it for you. Press that wee green subscribe button below and I hope to see you at my community tab. So I'm just going to get into this one, no faffing about, no beating around the bush, and this is called Let's talk about my struggles with communication as an ADHD, that is autism and ADHD. This is my experience, this is, you know, me talking about how it affects me and in real life stuff, and you know, we're just gonna deep dive and get on with it. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. So then, like I said, we're just gonna jump into this one, and I'm just gonna talk from my own experience in the battles that I face in everyday life. And I mean, if you're an ADHD or autism or ADHD or both, then you will know that communication is like chess, but complicated chess. That, you know, there's neurodivergent and neurotypical, and we're like, oh my god. But yeah, like I say, it's like in real life, text, online, you know, and like most autistic or ADHD folk, we're not given a manual or how to, or the socializing of life from cues, body language, a lot of things. It's very exhausting and draining, and we tend to lose or keep friends, and the cycle does repeat. We are like that. It's like the balance. Well, I say balance, but yeah, we either can't keep friends, make friends, or, you know, keep them, like I said, or have them or make them. And as a neurodivergent, it's like, oh my god, it's so exhausting. It is very exhausting. And you know, for me, like, you know, when it comes to like texting, be it in MS form or a DM, it's a game of chess, but like I said, of the neurodivergent kind. So, you know, so you start with, like, when you're texting, for instance, I'm sure many of you feel this. You start with, have I texted too much or should I wait? Or you totally forget. And we're always in that sequence. It's like, oh, if I text too much, am I going to be a pain in the a-hole? If I don't text enough, I'm going to lose contact because, you know, it's like I forgot. And if you're an ADHD, sorry, wake up girly, sorry, you know, you totally forgot, then you think you're being a pain. And then, if you also like an ADHD, you think, oh yeah, you'll reply in 2 to 5 business days. Well, like I say, you totally forgot. It is out of sight, out of mind, and this leads to some friendship fails. And this out of sight and out of mind is called object permanence. So basically, as bad as it sounds, we will forget people. We will just forget them. I mean, we can go a year without speaking to someone, but then as soon as we see them, we're excited. And I know it sounds bad, but that's what ADHD does. It's like object permanence is like gone. It's like you never existed. And I think that's why we struggle with friendships or to keep friends, because being ADHD, we're so used to that bloody cycle. It's like, well, here's object permanence then. We're going to make you forget, you know, that so-called friend you had, the friendship, well, they've gone into the abyss of the abyss, and object permanence is your friend. well, not your friend, and they've just like obliterated like a nuclear bomb, and they've gone into the moonlight, never to be seen again. And that's what we've also got to deal with. So it's like, oh my god. And I think that's why we just like tend to give up and go, we can't be bothered. And it's just like the neurotypical world is like exhausting to the point where like, oh my god. And it's like, you know, like me, you always question yourself, like how to you know, even in a text, you know, it's like, we're not the clingy or needy type, I'm not, but then I really want to message someone, you know, and then text it and look at it, decide it, you know, like when you write a post and then you're sitting there like going no, then you delete it. That's what I'm like. I'm always questioning, should I text this person? And then you write the sentence and then you go, no, let's delete it. And I just like, why am I like this? Why? It's like, it's just the audio of chess, and we just make you look at this text you want to send, but then you're not going to send it, and then you question it, and then you're forever questioning it, and then you don't do it, and then, you know, the other side is, you know, let's see how they're doing. That's what we're going to do. Call them check-ins with our people, and then you go, maybe I should leave it, and henceforth we left it so long that contact has been forgotten months, and that friendship kind of dies out, and that's what we battle with, because, you know, we know people have lives, we know people have priorities, we don't want to be a pain in the a-hole, but then we don't want to come across clingy or needy, and then, you know, but like most of us, I'd like it if somebody reciprocate that. I can't get my words out, I'm sorry, it's so bloody early. You know, somebody just replied the same way. Like, why? I've heard this from many audio shows. Why do we have to make the first move? Why? Why can't somebody reply to us instead? You know, why is it always us? Why? It's like, you know, giving out. It's like, you know, we do try to keep contact, but it's always us that's making this, oh, let's reply first. It's like, no, you got to meet us halfway. It's like, you reply. Why do we have to rev the motor up and engage and start that first? Why? It's like, you know, and we don't know the socials. Like I said, we weren't given a manual. Nobody can go, right, this is how you're going to work as a neurodivergent in the neurotypical world. Nobody gave us a manual. Nobody tells us how to act. But at the same time, when neurotypicals know the social rules, why can't they give us the same leeway and make us do it? You know, to neurodivergent people, that is like a task that we can't do, and it's like, okay, but you know the socials, you know the etiquettes of this world. We don't. It's like, help us out here. And like I said, it's like a catch-22, and it's like, most of the time, because it's hard to fathom, and like I said, the communications, the neurotypicals, the socials, etiquette, whens and hows. But like I said, you need to meet us halfway. You need to, you know, be an ND. We like halfway, you know, like Bon Jovi. And like I said, it is a struggle bus. The struggle bus is real. I'm happy if a person or friend sent a reel. Then this is what I want. If you've got any neurodivergent friends and you're neurotypical and you haven't heard from your wee autistic or autistic friends or any of the that I've mentioned, then, and you think, oh, we haven't heard from said so since then please can you send them a reel, a meme, anything that will give us enough leeway to say, oh, they're still thinking about us. They're still thinking, you know, we're friends with them. And that little reel, that little meme will go, oh yeah, we still thought about it. And that might trigger us off to go, okay, let's see how they're doing. And then we won't feel like, we're bombarding them or clingy. So if you can send your autistic friends, your ADHD friends, a meme, that'd be grand, because then we know where we stand at least. So do that for your ADHD friends, people. And like I said, if you know me now, you've been on this channel long enough. I'm a very isolated I can't get my words out. Let's just focus on. Yeah. Anyway, as you know, I'm a very isolated person, and I have an inner circle. And yes, I have met out my circle. As you well know, you've seen in my shorts, I've met outside my circle. Why have I got lying in the circle of life? Sorry. Yeah, which is grand, but the whole text and letter exhaustion is, like I mentioned, I find so bloody hard to. Olympic gold medalist here in open thinking, he's a sport for me. It's not all bad. I have some very understanding, lovable humans in my life. I'm grateful for them, and who get me, the audience of me, who may go off the grid, which I do, and go into myself, because like I say, I don't know really how to function in this world, or semi-function, and when I do, it's the socializing, which I don't really do, gets exhausting, and I like to go off the grid and go in myself. And maybe I'm being a hypocrite, but I do reach out to people, but I need that time, Us neurodivergent need space and time. Then when you're an ADHD, you crave like interaction, and we're a weird bunch. And like I said, it's like a maze, but the maze you can't get out of. It's the neurodivergent maze. And like I say, if you've got an autistic friend or an ADHD friend, let them know you care for them, check in on them, just check in, just send something, just send a text like hi, or a reel, or a meme, something, just anything, and then just try to understand us and tell us it's okay. That's all you need to do, because communication for us is like a sport we don't know. It's a foreign language. It's like my struggle bus is communication. It's like an overthinking, and it's like, oh, like I say, am I being a pain in the ass? Am I being clingy? Am I not contacting enough? And I'm just like I said, and I'm sure many ADHDers are, and they're like, oh my god, it's like, you ever watch Cross, and the dogs that go around, like little obstacles, and they have to do it in a certain set time, or they have to beat the competing dog. And for us, I wouldn't say it's competitive in that way, but if you think about it in an analogy way, right, you're this border collie, and then this golden retriever, whatever, is competing in that cross, and that dog knows the social rules of going around that obstacle course. Imagine we're the border collie, right? Even though they're very intelligent dogs, but think for a moment, this dog, border collie, is not neurotypical, it's neurodivergent, and it sees this obstacle course right in front of it, and it's like, oh my god. And in front of it, it's got the hoop, which is communication. And then the other side, it's got the other one that is like friendship. And then it's got the little jumpy bar bit. And that is our social cues of not doing it. So we've got all these three. And to us, this is like a labyrinth of things. And we're like, which one? It's like the door, which door do you choose? We don't have a door. We don't know, because nobody gave you this manual. Nobody gave, when you're neurodivergent and you're born neurodivergent, nobody didn't go, well, today, Kelly, you are born, and this is what's going to happen. Here's your manual. Like neurotypicals, no, they basically went, you know, like IKEA, and it's like you've got to build the shelf yourself, or the cupboard. That's what it's like for us. We're deconstructed non-manuals, and all the screws loose, and it's hard to fathom. And that's how I feel sometimes. So if any of my friends are watching, then please text me, send me a reel. You know, I don't want to keep replying like I'm bombarding you. I don't want to annoy you. So, you know, please make the first move, because I don't want this friendship to die out, or any of my other friendships to die out. But yeah, I am waffling, aren't I? I'm always waffling. But I'm going to leave this here. But if this is like resonated or helped, or you're an ADHD or autistic or ADHD, it doesn't matter if you're late to the parties or you're on the paths of getting diagnosed, or you know you can't due to barriers, self-diagnosis is valid here, then please comment below or share this, or you know, share your stories, your experience if you want. If you comment below down there, that'd be grand. If you can, if you can't, that's fine. I respect your privacy, whatever. And yeah, if this has resonated with you, just share it, and look out for your ADHD friends. But yes, I'm going to leave this here, but I'm going to say don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below, and I will see you for the next one.